Jason is here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jason Ward from the MakingStarWars.com, and today I'm joined by Bespin Bulletin, who is the Soge King.
Soge King, yes.
Soge King. I heard the song for the first time yesterday. It's been in his head. He can't stop singing it. It's from an anime called One Piece, and it's his jam. It's officially your jam now.
I have a very visceral reaction to it.
Right.
My friends need to hold me as I cry into one of their chests when I hear the Soge King song.
See, like that's been my last 4 months with that damn vampire song. But at least I get Olivia Rodrigo videos to accompany it. You get Twitter anime people, I guess. That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
He just showed me a Taylor Swift video of this like girl crying outside of a Taylor Swift concert, and it's wrecked me, you guys. I came in here ready to talk about Star Wars, and I'm just like watching this girl cry outside of a Taylor Swift concert because the song saved her life, and it's so fucking funny. It's taking me off my game, but in a good way. I'm not mad about it. I'm mostly happy because it's so stupid.
I'm so tempted to change this, to edit that though.
Mm-hmm.
Just have the Soge King song playing in the background.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It's a pretty good jam.
Yeah. It could be easily done.
Yeah.
Oh, you should do it. You should make that TikTok. You should have Bix, Hottest of the Star Wars chicks in the background, and have that
song saved my life.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, by the way, and take it, you can have it. You know, it's that song. It's not my song. That song is the people's. It's the people's song. You know what I mean? It's like in Battlestar Galactica when All Along the Watchtower comes to them in their head. They didn't write that. Neither did Hendrix. That was given to us by Apollo the god or something. I don't even know. But yeah, that's a good idea though. I like it. All right. So you did 2 articles today, huh? You were busy.
I basically did 3. I had to rewrite one entirely because I fucked it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Which is the tax one, which is not the one I would like to fuck up because that's a lot more work.
Yeah, but you got it right, correct?
Oh, yeah, I got it right. Yeah.
And most people are still reporting the incorrect story or the story incorrectly.
I have no idea. So basically, I'll just give the history of this.
Yes, yeah.
I first saw this through Variety, that the Mandalorian received the tax incentive, but within it. It was worded in such a way that it made it sound as if it received 61 million. It didn't. It's just that 61 million is being allocated to 15 films, at the moment. And usually, annually, the California Film Commission, the CTC, give out 330 million in tax incentives, tax credits to various films and TV shows, across the year.
Yeah.
This is just 61 million being put in towards 15 films. There's a little bit more. Obviously TV shows aren't included in this. But the way it was worded was very bad. It made it seem as if it was 61 million. And then I went through, I got the picture in here from the CTC stuff. It's 21 million.
Okay.
But the way, like I said, the way it was laid, I had to go on the phone with my podcast co-host Pevy, who helps run the site with me, and I was like, look at this stuff. Am I insane? Because I was like, he read it all. He's like, no, this sounds like 61 million. I was like, yeah, but look at this. And we're just going all through it together. And I was like, right, I've worked out. It's 330 million annually. 61 million is being distributed now. Mandalorian's getting the bulk of it at 21.7 million.
Right.
He's like, I think you're right. I was like, I don't know. I think so too.
Yeah.
And I kept going over it and over it and over it till that was the only thing that made sense.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I fixed it. I'm sorry to the people who read the wrong version, but
that'll teach them.
Because that probably was the one that hit the emails, and it was on Patreon. I changed it on Patreon too, but
yeah.
And before I move on, last week James, I think it just says James on the coffee. So James gave 2 coffees last week, and so did Nicholas H. So I shout out to you guys if you're watching. Got a big old bill tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward
Yeah.
to. Dropped a couple of hundreds today to sort some stuff out. Big old bill tomorrow, so any of the support is definitely appreciated. So thank you guys. And so far I've made £21 from the website this month.
All
So
right.
the coffee and the Patreon support definitely helps a lot.
Oh man, they're gonna miss us when we're gone. The best way to support Bespin is to send him a coffee or become a Patreon supporter if you want to continually support him. And same thing with this channel. You can become a Patreon supporter, Making Star Wars on Patreon, and you can become a channel member, which is what I like the best. It's the easiest to like keep track of, like my buddy Jedi Mike here.
I'm gonna read
Is one.
that like those chats like all the time.
Yeah, and yeah, with the chats, and then on a side note on this show, they used to demonetize the show, right? The YouTube robot battle droids would come and demonetize the show, and I would be like, no, make a human look at it. And then the human would look at it and go, yeah, this shouldn't have been demonetized. Now, when that would happen, I think I would lose the most profitable time for my show when that happens. It's like it gets monetized when it's old news. That's what was happening to me, and it sucked, but it was still a little bit of money to pay the bills here. Well, now every time I do a show, it goes up, turns up yellow, demonetized, and I can't choose have a human look at it. And so yeah, this show's pretty much not making ads. I might just turn off ads on the show just to say fuck you, Google. You know what I mean? Fuck you guys. As far as it goes, I know they would still get some of their ads that they put on the show anyway, but I'm almost just like, why even play the fucking game with them at this point? Because they're just taking the money, you know? And it's like, I got to pay $500 next month to get this show in 4K. And if I don't, then, you know, it's over. So anyways, we got your story here, though. The one that you got right.
Eventually.
Oh, and on a little side note, he was in such a serious tax guy mode. He was Charlie Day looking at the like how things connected and everything. And then he's like, oh yeah, and then Andor might come out like late in the year or early in next year. And then I was like, oh, Skeleton Crew's canceled. It's fucking over. And then he's like, no, why are you saying this? He's like, so serious. I was like, dude, it's too early for my shit, I think, you know?
It's not early for me though. It's like 5 p.m. So
yeah, but
I was just in.
You're an American. You keep American hours. I mean, you're awake when I'm awake all the time.
I just don't sleep very much. That's the problem.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So right now today, it is Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu to receive $20 million in production tax incentives. And right here, look at this guy. Look at this little happy Grogu. He loves taxes. So. Filming, this is from BestmanBulletin.com. Filming on the upcoming Star Wars movie The Mandalorian and Grogu is due to begin filming this June in Los Angeles, and now the California Film Commission has confirmed that the theatrical film will receive a whopping $21 million via California's Film and Television Tax Credits Program. So that's cool. I'm kind of excited about this on one hand too, because it's confirming more confirmation it's actually filming here. And just on a little checkboxy thing, I've never seen a Star Wars film being filmed. I've only seen the television shows. So this will be kind of cool because I will see it. I will see you, Lucasfilm. I know where you live.
I knew you'd get excited once it was filming in your backyard.
In my backyard.
I knew it. You can't you can't help yourself, Jason.
I'm a little bit more excited.
I don't care. It's a movie. No.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I care about the like checkboxy part of it, but yeah. All right. Hi, Rob. Production title is Animals of Los Angeles, California Convergence, Kuate. Is that how you say that? Josephine, Lurker. So these are all independent movies.
Mercy, some of them are. Mercy, the accountant, Mando isn't.
And then Amazon. Oh yeah, you can see the studio right here. Right here we got The Mandalorian and Grogu, Huckleberry Industries. Now they're Huckleberry Industries. Come on, guys. Really keeping with the Huckleberry thing, huh? But Huckleberry Industries, non-independent feature film. And they're getting $21,755,000. So, did you make this list, or is this from the thing itself?
This is from the CTC stuff, yeah.
Okay, this is from the CTC. Okay, cool. California Film Commission. The California Film Commission, which last year distributed $33 million in production tax credits.
330 million.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
You said 33 million.
Okay. In production tax credits, as they do annually, has confirmed that 15 upcoming films will be receiving tax credits, with The Mandalorian and Grogu receiving the highest amount, $21.7 million. The California Film Commission expects the film that received the $330 million in tax credits to inject $408 million of spending into the state's economy. The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is receiving $21.7 million of the expected $330 million, is anticipated to generate spending in the state of $166 million alone. It was funny. I think last show, I was like, why don't they just do those tax breaks here like that? And you're like, oh, they kind of do. And then here we are, the very next show.
20% of that's going in and out. So does that really stimulate the economy?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I mean, in and out, it's a high-paying burger job out here.
Okay.
So, but no, that this is not the budget of the film. What? Mando's costing $333 million. Mando's costing $21.7 million. Mando's costing $166 million. I know somebody's gonna walk away from your article with just seeing one of these numbers and going, "That's it."
Put this in there, is like to note this is not the budget. This is what like they expect to be spent like in the state.
I saw somebody responding to your very first tweet on it this morning on, "This makes me nervous."
That's what it was, 61 million.
Yeah,
everyone's trying to balance budgets for movie studios, and meanwhile, the average American carries $35,000 in credit card debt. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like don't worry about the movie studios. Don't worry about what they spend on.
I think those people know exactly why this is scary. Now,
I suggest Sony spend $400 million on Madam Web 2. You know, the only way they're going to learn, Jason, is when they overspend.
It doesn't. I mean, you just can't combat stupid. Because if somebody goes and sees this and makes any kind of judgment about why it's the best thing in the world or the worst thing in the world without knowing the actual budget, this could be the first $500 million movie and it has a fucking $21 million tax break. It doesn't matter. So it's like, if the movie, is a $40 million movie and it's going to get $21 million, well, fucking hell, congratulations. But, it's not, obviously $21 million is going to pay for your cast, probably. I mean, in totality, at least. I mean, Mando can't have an expensive cast, I don't think. I mean, what do we know? Pedro's getting what, under 11 million for Mr. Fantastic? Is that what you were saying?
It looks like it's under 10 because
under 10.
Gyllenhaal and Driver went between 10 and 12, so he's getting into that.
They were the first choices for the role of Mr. Fantastic. They didn't take the movie at that point or they didn't take Driver just didn't take the role.
Driver couldn't connect with the character, apparently.
Couldn't connect with the character. Okay, Adam Driver.
And even before they went with Pedro, they still went and had Jamie Dornan and Christopher Abbott audition before they landed on Pedro.
Okay.
And those two would have commanded far less fees, even more than Pedro would have.
Yeah.
Especially Christopher Abbott.
Yeah. But so in theory, he's the star of the movie besides the puppet. So the cast can't cost that much, I wouldn't think, unless they decide to buy Robert Downey Jr. or something. All right, the California Film Commission is estimating that spending across the 15 films and shows will generate jobs and for around 2,252,000 crew members. What?
I know, up 1,000 in the toys.
Okay, yeah. So got it. Yeah, 598 cast members and 16,800 background actors due to work across 579 days. 10 of the 15 films are independent movies with a budget less than $10 million and expect to generate 114 in spending. The California Film Commission's executive director, Colleen Bell, revealed that 41% of the 579 filming days will take place outside of Los Angeles County's 30-mile zone, with locations being used such as Joshua Tree, San Diego, San Francisco, San Bernardino, Marin County, Alameda County, and Orange County. It's not known if the Mandalorian and Grogu will be using these locations. Yeah, pretty realistically.
Could do Joshua Tree, right? We've seen sort of.
I don't think it's. I don't know if they would go there on Mando because of the. It's pretty defined in that place. But if you wanted deserts, Joshua Tree isn't the closest best place to go. You know what I mean? There's but we have deserts everywhere. I mean, they could get by in Palm Springs, 29 Palms, which is around the San Bernardino area. Joshua Tree and San Bernardino are essentially very close together. Like
They say San Bernardino in this though, so it's like
yeah, they say Joshua Tree, and then 3 cities or 3 things over, you got San Bernardino. But like yeah, it's I mean it's basically all of that is just essentially Southern California. You know what I mean when you get down to it, except for Marin County and stuff like that. That's up north, and which yeah, I I don't think any of these are necessarily going to pertain to Mando. Most likely. I mean, I'd have to go like, oh yeah, they're doing a world like a San Bernardino planet. I don't think, yeah, most of it. There's mountains up there and stuff, but once again, everything that when we look at what they used, like for Obi-Wan Kenobi, they did use Joshua Tree, but they really used Joshua Tree like to such a degree. And if it's not that planet, it's gonna look like that planet now. And then but you know how it's biomes work, they just kind of gradually change. So San Bernardino and like 29 Palms and all that stuff, they all kind of just blend at a point. So outside of the 10 independent films, Mandalorian and Grogu, the other films noted to be receiving tax breaks are Ben Affleck's The Accountant 2 and Chris Pratt's Mercy, leaving 2 films unaccounted for. But the CFC revealed that films from Disney's 20th Century and New Regency will be receiving the credits also. In 2022, the live-action Star Wars series Skeleton Crew received tax credits from California of $20.9 million, with the projected spending of the series to be around $136 million in the state. Now, does this program, do you know, does it care if you're doing a movie or a television series, or is it all the same work to them? Because
it seems as if they don't care. They'll just distribute 330 million annually. Yeah, it'll be different rounds of it. So like this is one round for film specifically, which is getting 61 million spent now. There'll be a lot of the spending has been already been spent for the the cable sort of shows that are on.
Yeah,
like that are shooting right now. Because then they come out in like the fall period. Yeah. Like they've received some of it. The next round for the film stuff, I think, is in August. But I don't think they mind necessarily because it all comes from the same fund. Right. It's just trying to distribute it. Like I was looking at how much has been given before. Mando is like one of the highest, if not the highest, of getting 21.7 million. Right. The one closest to it was Bumblebee, which had like a budget of like 130 million. So I don't know if that informs us of the budget, like if it's in line with, if the tax break is in line with like spending of the budget. Yeah. You know, like, okay, this costs 130, like we'll give you 20 million of it or whatever.
I'm curious about how this process works, because like, is this like grant money? Essentially, like do they have to apply for it, and write like a proposal?
Yeah, you gotta apply for it
and everything, like yeah, of course. But I mean, like with like a written proposal and stuff. If it is like that, then yeah, they would just have to like justify why they're expensive, and Star Wars would be easy.
No, it's all lies. All you do is go to Bruce Wayne's party, and Knox gives you give Knox a grant, right? That's how that works, Jason.
Oh yeah, well if a rich guy just wants to give you a grant, that could happen too.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's how it works.
I know.
Like the budget stuff, like I said, Bumblebee was around 130 something million. Skeleton Crew was around a similar thing, and Mando's only getting like about $1 million more than what they did.
Yeah.
So that probably tells us how much it's going to cost, and it's like I said, it's more expensive than The Accountant and Mercy, but we wouldn't expect The Accountant to have like a budget of like 150 million or something, right? Like
unless they cap out at 22 million. The grant, for instance, could say like 22 million is the max we will ever award. That could be the situation too. So like if this was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, $330 million budget, but they might only give them 22 million. But if that's not the case, if that isn't the case, then yeah, we could deduce what the budget would be from that. That's a good point. There's an untitled Star Wars film set to release on May 22nd, 2026, as mentioned earlier. Wait, did I not read that? Mandalorian and Grogu is set to be directed by the Mandalorian series creator Jon Favreau, who's also writing the effort along the Mandalorian executive producer Dave Filoni. Currently, the film has not received an official release date from Lucasfilm and Disney, though both have touted the Mandalorian and Grogu to be leading their Star Wars theatrical slate. There's an untitled Star Wars film slated to release on May 22nd, 2026. As mentioned earlier, The Mandalorian and Grogu is due to begin filming in mid to late June. As I reported last week, is due to shoot until October. Deadline are reporting that The Mandalorian and Grogu will film for 92 days in California. 92 days. Man, that's not very long, is it?
No.
Yeah,
It's
3 months.
But,
Yeah, that's really
but again,
short.
they're gonna have like probably like, I don't say they're gonna have weekends off necessarily, but like there will be days off for the actors, which are in that.
Well, if it's like how it was during the normal filming of the series here, they never filmed on the weekends, almost never.
Right.
I remember one time during certain points, if I would show up on the weekends, I would see like some guys like breaking dirt. You know what I mean? Like getting the dirt ready for the Monday build or something like that. Yeah. But that was pretty much like very uncommon.
And it was the same thing here when they were doing the Acolyte and Andor. They weren't really filming weekends. You know, they were usually having those off.
Yeah.
So when you do 92 days and you spread it without the weekends, it probably does take you to sometime in October.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
yeah.
Yeah. So we know when it's filming. We know for how long now. And
right.
It looks like it's going to happen. Like it's been given the tax credits. It's probably going to film. So.
Right. Probably going to film. They're probably going to make it into a movie. And right here, you can see bestbinbulletin.com's Patreon. You can do 3 a month. You can do 5 a month. You can do it. Don't be a jerk. All right, here we go. So this right here, this next one is what lets us know that The Mandalorian is canceled, right? And that they're not going to be doing anything because Andor's coming out. Because if something's coming out at a certain point, it means something you like isn't happening. That's how the internet responds. So I think Skeleton Crew is also canceled now. Star Wars Andor Season 2 will release in late 2024 or early 2025, according to Stellan Skarsgård. Now, I haven't read this article at all, but I am kind of the opinion of what the fuck does Stellan Skarsgård know? Would he even know?
He might have been told to keep like time for like promotional stuff to go on a promotional tour. Like,
okay.
Keep, certain times open.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. So here we go. Right here we got it.
Remember it was like Rosario. Remember she said that Ahsoka was going to come out in the fall. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then obviously they came on August the 31st. So a couple of days before September.
Yeah.
And she couldn't do anything anyway because she was on strike. So it might be that he's just been told to keep a window open.
Right. Yeah. He looks like he's having congestive heart failure in this photo, riding on the back of the speeder bike with Andor's looking all heroic, and he looks like, oh, I got diabetes, All right.
Andor's breaking wind, dude. You know what I mean?
It's like when you've had a bad Taco Bell and your mate's got to drive you home to take a shit.
He's like, we must hurry. I'm not going to make it. He's like, damn it, slow down. You're going to kill us both. All right.
Turtle heading.
He's like, I wish I was turtle heading. If I was a turtle head, you'd be soaked right now. All right. The second and final season of the critically acclaimed Star Wars series, Andor, wrapped production earlier this month. And according to a star of the series, fans can expect the series to release in either late 2024 or early 2025. Yeah. And once again, Luthen Riel, his, that monologue he gives, it's so fucking good. I watched it the other day. Like, YouTube's like, do you want to watch this? And I was like, why are you giving me this, YouTube? Yeah, I do. And I watched it and I was like, man, that shit still holds up. I don't know if that monologue's ever going to be beat like in our lifetime in Star Wars. It's fucking great. Stellan Skarsgård, who played Luthen Rael in Andor, is currently promoting Dune Part 2, a film receiving mass critical acclaim. Hey, it's no Book of Boba Fett, you guys, so don't fucking worry about that. In Skarsgård's play, the character Baron Harkonnen is due to release on Friday. In one of the promotional stops, Skarsgård spoke with Total Film, and as you'd expect with any actor attached to Star Wars, Skarsgård was asked about the second season of Andor and when fans can expect to see it on the small screen. Skarsgård told the outlet, "It will probably be out towards the end of the year or early next." So yeah, that quote isn't really giving me a lot of confidence. And it's just like it'll come out. Back in September, I reported that I'd been told by sources that the second and final season of Andor had been delayed into early 2025. And 3 months later, he wrote German Lucier of Germain of Gizmodo shared that he had heard Andor season 2 would release in 2025. In December 2023, Andor season 2 has was not present on the Disney Plus 2024 calendar, though the other live action Star Wars series were The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. Neither received a release date from Disney, though Collider reported last week that The Acolyte will release on June 5th, which followed my report from September that shared The Acolyte will release in the summer of 2024 and that Skeleton Crew will release in November of 2024. But this is what happens when Disney PR are the ones who are just giving the shit over to those fucking corporate trades, to those corporate sub trades. The second and final season of Andor began filming in November 2022, just as the first season finished airing on Disney Plus. The series spent a large amount of its time behind the walls of Pinewood Studios in London, but shot in several locations across the United Kingdom, and even it's made its way to Valencia, Spain, on a special vacation episode where Andor and Luthen decide, hey, you know what? We need some me time. Let's go to Space Spain. However, the production hit a roadblock in July when SAG-AFTRA strike began, meaning most of the stars had to stop working on the production until the strike concluded. This included the series lead Diego Luna and supporting cast members such as Adria Arjona and more. The production limped on for around a week as the series filmed scenes that didn't require the SAG-AFTRA strike actors. Sorry, limped on made me laugh for some reason. But the production ultimately stopped with a couple weeks left for filming. The SAG strike concluded in November on January 16th. Luna confirmed that he was heading back to London that day, ready for filming, and that Andor Season 2 had only 7 days left of filming. Filming wrapped on February 9th, 2024. It's a date, you guys. It's when it came. That's when it wrapped. All right, and then you could support Bespin on Patreon and give him a coffee, and all that jazz. And same thing with this show. You could give us super chats, and we'll answer your questions or your topics if you want to be so kind. But anyways, so we got right now we have the Mandalorian getting ready to film in last. When is Mandalorian the film gonna start filming again? June.
Yeah.
And so that's what are we in right now? February. So we got a few months, but it's gonna get going. So we're gonna have a Star Wars movie coming out.
You got less than 4 months. Yeah, it's like mid-ish June.
Yeah, and then after that, and then we got Skeleton Crew still hanging on, just being like, when are you guys gonna put me out? Whoa, come on, guys, let me get on to Disney Plus.
Just wait for the Clyde exclusive in the summer. It's gonna come out in November. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. It's gonna come out right after Halloween, you guys. Promise. And then after that, we got Acolyte. So Acolyte's the first next thing we're gonna see, right?
Yeah, Acolyte's supposed to be June 5th. Skeleton Crew is supposed to be November, and it's supposed to be early 2025, probably like around February, to assume.
Yeah.
And then we have nothing else for 2025, as far as we know, for Star Wars. We'll just have Mando and Grogu in maybe May 2026.
Right.
So,
right.
But we know that they are going to film now. They've had the tax money for it. They
will.
It realistically should hit that May 2026 release window, unless they film it and it's fucked, and they need to do mass reshoots.
Yeah, that's true. Visions 3 in 2025, says Chris Breezy. Yeah, the animation thing is a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother department.
See, I could talk about I don't know, I could talk about what you call it, the Tales thing. And I'm I don't even know if that's still the case.
Yeah, if you want to. Up to
you. But it's that's the thing. It's just all the live action stuff I got told in August last year and put out in September is all happening. It's all happened. Even with the Marvel side.
Right. Yeah. It's all been completely on.
Even even one of the animated stuff, like the X-Men thing. I told you at the time, Jason, That it was like
You told me it was woke and you were boycotting it. You said.
I said they nerfed the ass and like I'm against it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
no.
that though. I love ass, and I
Yeah.
think that you don't nerf an ass.
No,
you don't do that unless it's like a nerf feeling, like it's an ass that feels like nerf, so you can kind of like punch it and it just goes right back. That's cool. That's fun.
But yeah, so everything's panned out, but like the animated stuff is still, I don't know, it's a bit murkier usually.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
it's a whole different like beast, but
it might be that like 2025, because there is crossover between Marvel and Star Wars fans, that there'll just be more Marvel live action content than Star Wars, because they're going to put out Wonder Man, Daredevil, and Ironheart.
God, all of that to me sounds so fucking boring.
Daredevil?
Yeah. I mean, it's like Daredevil's not a big deal to me. I don't care. He's like the Netflix fucking show.
Yeah.
To me, I'm saying to me, I know fans go, oh god, it's Daredevil. Like I was there at D23 when they were all freaking out. And I just like watched like the most boring fucking thing, and then everybody freak out when Daredevil came up, and I'm like, this is how bad it's gotten, huh? And everybody's like, you're wrong. And I don't know, the year of stuff I saw from D23 kind of seemed to really perform how I felt. Not saying that means much, but yeah, I don't know. The Daredevil, I know people love him, there's fans of him, but it's kind of like, he's not Iron Man, he's not Captain America, you know.
I think me
Shut
and
your
you go.
mouth.
I think me and you
Shut your mouth.
Hey.
I think me and you gone Fortnite after you went to D23.
Yeah.
And the one you went in on was Echo. You were like,
yeah,
the fuck did I just watch? Like, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I felt embarrassed during the Echo presentation, because I felt like they were just like taking native people, putting them on the stage and patting themselves on the back, and I was like, what are we like? It was weird. They weren't presenting the show as something to like want to see. They were just being like, aren't we great here? It was a very bad presentation. You know what I mean? And I'm down. Give everybody a shot. Let everybody, you know, represent. That's cool. I don't mind it. But I don't like when, you know, you feel like that picture I saw the other day of Paris Hilton kissing a woman's stomach, like a brown woman's stomach who's not even pregnant. It was the best thing that ever. It was kind of like that. It just reminds me of that. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Shogun. Shogun, channel member, supporter of the show. So grateful to you, dude. I appreciate it. Off topic, says Shogun. Everybody Mad Morph is trans now, but this new X-Men cartoon is the continuation of the 90s show. Didn't Morph die in that show early on?
No, he came back in the series. And if you just go and Google Morph, the Wikipedia for the X-Men cartoon, and you'll see in season 2 or 3 he came back, and it kind of left with him sort of ambiguously joining the X-Men in the final episode. They didn't really get a chance to tie up the storyline. But no, he came back. He died in the first one and came back. Most people, Jason, only really watched the first couple because it was on VHS tape so often, you know, and then they picked up an episode here and there because they were played out of order on Fox. It's not their fault.
That's how I watched. That's how I watched it too. It would just come on Saturday, like in the afternoon on Fox, and if I was home, I watched it and I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was kind of all over the place. And a friend of mine recorded them onto tape, so that way, and I remember him telling me like, yeah, like this one doesn't like these are not in, this isn't the order. The
but most fans didn't stick around for the last season or two, Jason. They were like they're in their senior year of high school or had graduated by then, you know, like it went on till 96. I mean, I was a freshman, sophomore when it came out, and I was a senior graduating when it ended. And I got to tell you, I was the only one still watching
right
at the end. So
yeah.
The last season had all the cameos. You got like Cable. You got all these one-off cameos. So it was, you know.
Yeah, that's like as a kid who I read DC comics as a kid. Like the way that they told stories, you know, primarily Batman, but that's how I liked my storytelling. And when I would buy the Marvel stuff, I was just like this. It felt vapid to me. It felt like I needed to read 75 issues to get a story. That was. I'm not saying that people could argue with it. That's just how it felt. to
But the
8-year-old
X-Men
me.
cartoon, when
But
put into sequential order, was a solid story, you know, being told.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The X-Men cartoon, that is actually my X-Men. Like that's where I connected with it. That's where I thought this is like cool. I like this stuff. And that's where like it felt like it was, you know, there was a lot of substance to it, not just style the whole time, which is how I felt about Marvel when I was a kid. And then the movie came out, and I was like, oh, okay. So I went and saw that movie, you know, like, and I was like, okay, I still like the cartoon better. And so I'm excited that it's coming back. I'm gonna watch it. It's probably honestly the first Marvel thing since we've been doing this show I probably actually care about. Where I'm like, yeah,
and they got all the same. They got all the same story people back. They got a lot of the voice act. I mean, it's a lot of the same crew, you know. So like that's why it's called 97. Had there been a season 5 or whatever, or 4, can't remember. Those seasons get weird because of, you know, the years. But I think it was season 4. Had the next season come, it would have been in 1997. That's basically it. But yeah, more Fliv, man. Just gotta watch more than the first couple episodes, buddy.
Yeah. You like Loki and Guardians, or Jason? You were excited for those when they were coming out?
Yeah. But not I mean, not excited. Not like for instance, if I had X-Men 97 right now, I would ditch out on Life today and I would sit down and watch that whole thing. If they said you can go see Guardians of the Galaxy 4 right now,
no, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because there's obviously, you know, 4 is not gonna be the same cast. Not obviously.
Okay. I didn't even know there was gonna be a 4. I should know that these fucking money milking.
There's no 4
monsters
coming out right now. He's just saying hypothetically.
Okay, yeah. But okay, what I'm just saying is like I don't know if I would drive to Burbank to watch it all, but I would probably drive to Burbank to go watch the first 8 episodes of this in their theater at Disney. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's I care about this way more than the Marvel film series.
Fun story about that first cartoon, Jason. There's an X-Men animated series book on Amazon. Highly recommend. Right, it gets pretty in depth on the creation of that series. And one of the fun stories was that because the Image guys had just all left Marvel to go form Image, right?
Yeah.
Right when they were ready to send the show overseas to get animated, Marvel offices objected to the designs looking like Jim Lee's art.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not promoting him. And they were scared. Stan Lee even told them, you guys are fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But they were sticking to it. So the genius character, the lead characters artist got real smart. He went and redesigned all the characters as Hanna-Barbera-ish as it could get, right? Like, and sent him over.
But what if they had said yes?
He'd be one of the most hated people ever. They were already asking. They were already asking, but they knew. The thing that you got to remember at the time was every cartoon movie studio when brought up with something comic booky wanted another Batman. They wanted something that was Batman, which meant dark, right? Yeah. And so the X-Men cartoon had like a more mature look to it, had a cool Batman-ish look to it. You know, there's shadows on the costumes, you know, there's dark skies all the time. The minute you put Hanna-Barbera on there, you ain't in Batman territory, you know.
No.
You're in Batman and Robin territory.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. And I don't want to oversell my love of the X-Men cartoon. Like I don't, you know, I haven't rewatched it or anything like that. I just really enjoyed it when it came on. I'm glad that they're making more. And I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. You know, I'll watch it again. I'm probably gonna watch the new stuff. And then I'll probably start watching it again after that.
When I was a kid, I was super critical of the quality of animation, say, compared to Batman, the animated series. But the very next year at the 94 Comic-Con, they had an X-Men animated series panel. And they explained to stupid Rob, who asked why the animation sucked. I was that kid. They're like, look, kid, the Batman cartoon has 200 to 300 shots per episode, and we have 600 to 700 because of the amount of characters. Right. You know, like they're doing the best anyone humanly can, you know, on their, like, it's a team, you know, like it's a way more difficult series to animate than, you know.
Yeah. A little different.
I went from X-Men, the animated series, because it was obviously all out when I was a kid, right? It was already all done. It was just on reruns on Fox for me, and then Jetix was the other channel it was on, and then it went straight into X-Men Evolution, a different series. I don't know if you ever watched that, and then the
No.
movie.
How
So
was
like
it?
yeah, like it was decent. I liked it, and I have
Yeah.
rewatched it, but yeah, I think the X-Men animated series defined the X-Men for me too, even though I got like the Bryan Singer movies as I was quite young.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I every time I was pretty young. I was I was a teenager still when the first X-Men movie came out, and Bryan Singer would make me sit on his lap if I wanted to see it. So I did. But anyways, Star Wars Santa says, play strangers like me, Jason.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
what
Star
show did we step into, Jason?
Star Wars, an X-Men Me Too episode. Star Wars Santa says, play strangers like me, Jason, which I'm guessing is a Phil Collins song. I'm guessing it is. Oh man, now he's saying Son of Man. Is Son of Man, is this a Phil Collins song? Yeah, Strangers Like Me is a Phil Collins song. And then Son of Man.
You'll be in my fart, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, Son of Man. Yeah, it's definitely a Phil Collins.
Yes, it's from Tarzan.
I mean, okay.
But see, Santa's religious, so he thinks that's a Jesus song. So you gotta.
Well, I mean,
you gotta remember.
it might be a parable.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking Tarzan. I mean, what parable?
It's
we talking
Tarzan.
about? It's a white man raised by gorillas. It's just like the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the super chat, Santa.
To be fair, Jason, because of
I
our
will
love
listen
of
to him.
Highlander and Mortal Kombat, Christopher Lambert is our Jesus, right?
Mm.
If we're gonna have a white Jesus, I pick Christopher Lambert.
No, I don't trust him. His accent's
did he send
wrong.
you like a super chat to sing the song though? Like, because I think you have to sing the song.
Oh,
or
I
at
don't
least
even.
a Phil Collins song.
Okay, well, I don't know how it goes, but
You don't just sing any Phil Collins song for him.
Strangers like me. My name is Phil Collins, and I don't like Henry Rollins.
Do you not know Easy Lover or something? Like sing Easy Lover.
No, dude, I don't listen to bad music. I listen to good music.
Like I know that
You're
one.
an easy farter.
I mean,
you gotta hold it, don't squeeze it. Right?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Can you quote Triple X? That's what this is asking me to do right now.
Simon Kimber can, because he wrote Triple X too.
There we go.
He's paid for you to sing Phil Collins. You should sing any Phil Collins song for him.
I can't fart. I can't squirt. Right?
Wait, isn't that? Was that Genesis?
Yeah, but he's singing it.
I can't. Yeah, I can't drum. I can't sing. I'm Phil Collins. It's a thing. Is that maybe how it goes? Was that a $10 super chat worth the singing and dancing?
How are you gonna like it when Phil Collins' song appears in Stranger Things season 5, Jason?
You're the one singing the songs, right? Like you're singing these Phil Collins songs. You ain't getting paid. Let Jason take all the singing work. He's the musician. Let him sing the songs.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, but I'm singing the fart version, so I don't know if people want to pay for that.
You're closer than Jason is to the end of the Phil
I'm like
Collins
Weird Al, but all my parodies are about farts. I'm like that's
I'm no joke. And I think it was like 1987 or something. And I bought the Howard the Duck single from the warehouse, and I'm listening to that shit, right? Because it's a good song. It was pretty good for a 7-year-old. Howard the Duck song, best thing about the movie in actuality. And so I'm fucking rocking it, right? My parents come in and they're like, this is my Phil Collins villain origin story. My parents come in, they're like, have you ever heard of Genesis? And I'm like, no. They're like, oh my God, they're so good. They are, you go to those shows and there's old people dancing, there's young people with their kids. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, so you motherfuckers go to a Genesis show where they take their kids, but you don't take me. You don't take me. And then, so I'm a little bit like fuck all of this and fuck Genesis. Howard the Duck, the song is good. But then they play Genesis for me and I hear it and I'm just like, this is fucking terrible. Like this is not fun. This is
not
good.
terrible music.
It's fucking it is oral diarrhea.
You're just permanently scarred. You got
it's
childhood trauma
Rob. This is fucking. It is the AI of music. It is so
Another Day in Paradise.
Yeah, what? it's somebody. Yeah, what the fuck does that even mean?
It means they're homeless. And
I've never.
But you're living like in LA, right? Like, so it's Another Day in Paradise, kind of,
I like Gangster's Paradise.
I'd rather be
I was almost homeless at that time when that song came out, Jason. So, I kind of relate to that one.
Well, I can guarantee you,
as it got. Like,
I could guarantee you, if your homeless ass was on fire, Phil Collins would not piss on you to put you out. He would just sit there eating.
Well, he can't
his
move
crumpet.
now, but I expect him to.
In like the divorce stuff, didn't his wife complain that he like didn't shower and stuff?
Really?
I'm sure,
I love
I'm
divorce.
sure that's the thing.
Guys, I love reading divorce complaints. Like, you know what I mean? It's my favorite. I wish we just had a show where they reenacted divorce reading. Like, they read divorce, but with puppets, like sock puppets or something. And Gay Divorce Court is the best. Like, I've been clamoring for that. No, I've been clamoring for it for 40 years. My gay friends, whenever they break up, they always go through these, like, I'm like, and then they got married, and I'm like, you gotta we need Gay Divorce Court. We need it. Like, it's, the arguments over the hairless cats, Jason, it's just things that we don't normally have to deal with in our lives. It's
right.
So good. Like, yes.
Oh, ironically though, Santa KG has spent all his life in an Amish paradise. That is true. He does live in an Amish paradise. He's like surrounded by Amish people, which is a Weird Al song. So I did it. Thank you, KG, for the super chat. You guys got really quiet about that one. You guys
I scored twice. Right?
You guys afraid of the Amish mafia coming for you?
No, well, Santa's dad, he's their driver, right? He's their Jason Statham. So like,
yeah,
I'm more afraid of the Swifties because you kind of dissed them at the start of this video.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, do they? I don't think the Swifties are owning that, are they? Like the Swifties are
one of them
too, right?
She's one of them. I think they're protected.
But remember when Star Wars Theory cried about fucking Luke Skywalker or something? He was kind of on his own with that.
I don't know. Like,
what do you kind of on his own?
Kind of a weekly thing for him.
What do you call the Olivia Rodrigo fans? You said they have a name, right?
Yeah, we're called Livies, bro.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, what the fuck do you think we call ourselves?
Come on, Rodri Bros. I thought
she started here, like, what do you call it? She started here like World Tour on the weekend, and there's people taking the mick, like out of her like choreography and her stage presence.
What?
And then
what?
And then all of the Livies.
You fucking stop that! You guys fucking stop that! Olivia works hard. Olivia works hard.
Even the people just being critical of it, like of like people who've attended the tour and written reviews, is just like, yeah, like she needs to work on her stage presence or whatever it may be, and they've gone for them, and it's just it's just a review. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, so, I'll say this much.
Did you?
The Olivies don't have anything to cry about. Okay.
I should send you like some of the like there's like abortion tweets from some of these 50s. I need to send you them.
What?
Yeah.
You know, Vesman, I can't predict you. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh man. Okay. Star Wars Fit says Santa's kryptonite is Darth Plagueis. Jason is Phil Collins. Yeah, Darth Plagueis the Wise. It's one of the best Star Wars books ever written by James Luceno, who writes that book really, 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 really well. And Santa is really hung up. He's mad about them doing the Force Run. One from the opening of The Phantom Menace. But I say, you know what? Somebody needed to do a little bit of work on that. Somebody needed to say, yeah, Force Run exists, and it's a thing. And but when he does it in that book, remember when Sidious attacks Mace Windu and all of his Jedi friends? He's like, it's treason then. He's like, rah! He does it. Well, when that guy force runs, it's fucking scary. It's like a Dementor in Harry Potter going out like and just tearing shit up. So I think you can read that book and it could be a pretty cool moment. And I think Santa decides to read it like, "Ooh, I'm the Flash." That's actually what he says. He reads it as the Flash. It's not the Flash.
I don't like the force run.
It's
a dumb idea.
Okay, but you're not you're missing. You're going full Star Wars Santa on me right now. Maybe it's my fault. Remember,
I said I don't like something. You're like, that's it. I'm Santa. Like,
no. The thing is, you know how okay, in Star Wars Battlefront, I said it as a truce coming. I know he's coming.
You got two more, and he's gonna
oh,
summon.
Okay, guys, careful. I love you, After you're welcome. Come on, but anyways, you know when Sidious runs at them and he does that, it's the same move. It's the same power. But when a Sith does it, when Sidious does it, and the way it's done, like in Star Wars Battlefront in the game, like when you play as Palpatine, it's cool. It looks dopey when George Lucas directed it in the first scene of The Phantom Menace, and it's Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson running like the Flash. That's where it's silly.
And then he fails to run in the desert with Anakin when they're trying to outrun a speeder bike, and then he fails to run again, and then they fail to run again, and they fail to run again.
The speeder bike one, that one.
When they were in the palace, they could have ran.
No. Okay. Two things. If he was to try that in the desert, he would just shoot dirt behind him like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And he would, and he would probably,
you ever see
and then he would go
Hustle?
down, and he would get covered. He would get covered, and then he would have to like do that move from Kenobi.
Yeah.
But he's not ready to do the move from Kenobi yet because it's only the Phantom Menace.
It'll look like that scene from Firefox, but with sand.
And then, the part to use it was at the end of the Phantom Menace when the laser gates open up and your master is getting his butt kicked by Darth
Even
Maul.
in the beginning when they're going to save the queen, they could have just force ran through some of those hallways at the end and gotten the ship. And
no, dude. Did you see those handmaidens, dude? You don't want to look like a fucking nerd in front of all those chicks. Would you really do that?
They had Jar Jar. They weren't looking cool. Like,
no. Jar Jar's the friend you bring with you to make you look cooler. Jar Jar helps you. Trust me, I use it all the time. It's a great tactic, Rob.
Careful, Bespin. I think he's somehow saying something about
Rob. You're the guy. You're the guy I bring with me, Rob. No, okay. Good.
I said both of us. I was very careful.
Yeah. It is one of those. I mean, obviously there's, it's plot, it's superpower plot stuff where you just go like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Why in Lord of the Rings do you really want them just to take the eagle bird thing up and just drop the ring in the fucking thing? Why not just go throw the ring in the ocean? There's all kinds of fucking things where it's like, yeah, powers ruin everything if you overthink it because they're inherently stupid. The force powers is fucking stupid. Whenever you try to like move something with your mind, it's fun. We've all done it. We're all being stupid when we do it. So
that when Silent Bob does
it. I do like when he takes that stage down in Clerks. Mallrats. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so you showed me one of the tweets. Wait, what is this?
Yeah, don't read them out because
they're bad.
It's not great. But like I just sent you the stuff to say that,
Yeah,
it can go a bad way.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're ugly. Wow, no. Going after the babies. Yeah. That's I'll tell you, you won't see the Olivies doing that. Okay, we don't do that. We don't do that. So
yeah, fans of Olivia Newton-John don't do that.
You just fucked up, dude. You're gonna have the Olivies are gonna come after us now. You just literally fucking you just killed us, dude. You just signed our fucking.
Are they gonna get physical? Huh? No. All right. So yeah, Star Wars movie in a couple months. Huh?
Has anybody seen Dune 2 yet? Is it out yet? It's not out yet.
It's on Friday. Right?
Jason's going.
Yeah,
I'm the only one going.
I think. I think So Dune 1, I don't like the movie. It's just really boring to me. And I tried to get into it and I couldn't do it. And everybody's saying Dune 2 is so fucking good that I want to see it.
Even
I
people who don't
plan.
like Dune 1.
Yeah. Even people who don't like Dune 1. So
What if we don't like any of the books and the story
I like the
and
book.
the world and the characters?
No, I've read the book. I like the book. I just my thing about the book itself is I don't think the essence of the book is a movie. Like I don't. I'm not saying somebody can't make an amazing Dune film. They apparently have, but I don't think that the Dune in the book is an amazing film. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Like, it's like Bohemian Rhapsody is my favorite song. I don't think Bohemian Rhapsody is gonna make a good movie, and it didn't.
You have to
You know
be
what I mean?
really into fictional anthropology, Jason. That's why my buddy who passed was an anthropologist, and
that was my problem with it. Is I
Yeah.
read Dune while I was like getting a minor in anthropology, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing homework, but about nothing. You know what I mean? That's kind of, and there, but at the same time, like it's if you like world building, it's super fucking cool. Like in that way. So, but my problem anyway is I have to watch Dune 1 and then it not break me and me go on to watch Dune 2. So, is that going to change my mind about it? Maybe it will. Maybe I'll watch Dune 1.
Countdown to the white savior complex videos that are going to appear shortly after the success of this film, right?
I'm tired of this, dude. I can't save you guys.
Huh? And you can't save us from Genesis.
I occasionally bring spoilers, and occasionally this guy does too. We can't save you.
You gotta be fair. Genesis is better than you two, though, right, Jason?
Oh man, that's
fuck,
dude.
Come on.
Why would you? Bono is the worst.
Right. It is better. It is better than
you know what though. Okay, here's the whole thing. Is like the very very start of U2 is good, but the end, once you get to like Numb and the Edge is singing that song, once you hit like Bono with fly glasses on, it's over. It's fucking done.
Every time someone says the Edge, I just think of that dude from the WWF.
What's weird is it used to be The Cure, U2, and REM were like you were one of those three if you were like an alternative person. And for some reason, REM is the best though, by far. But they've completely, like when they retired, just the promotion of the band just stopped, and you just don't hear about REM. Their stuff doesn't show up, but REM made the in totality the best.
Like Shiny Happy People. It's got what's their face from B-52s on that.
That's a good song. Yeah, I like it.
Good video too.
Yeah. It's definitely
peak prowess.
But the IRS era of REM is pretty untouchable. Like the records are just really solid. And I remember Butch
but
Vig.
The Cure was on the Crow soundtrack, Jason. It's excellent.
I'm not knocking them. My only problem with The Cure is that they're one step away from the crying Swifties about shit though. Well, want to know something funny about Robert Smith with The Cure though? Is like you'll always like I've dated a lot of women who love The Cure, right? It's like very very common thing, and in that they always like are like dark haired ex goth girls and stuff,
That's the one I dated. Yeah.
Yeah. The girl at Tower Records who's only nice to you, and you're like, oh, I love you too. So anyways, though, Robert Smith, look up his wife. Look up the chicks he dates. He dates like Christy Brinkley's. Like that's what he was about. Yeah. And like when they figure it out, they're like, they feel so betrayed. They really do. They really do. It's one of like the meanest things I like to do whenever I'm just want to be a jerk. I'm like, yeah, you seen his wife, and they look at it and they're just like, what? That's
Jason,
I
only date Trekkies and Catboys. So you know what I mean. My fans is totally let down when they find me at cons.
But by the way, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure Catboy means something completely different than what you think. I read in Train Spotting it. Maybe my brain is misfiring, but I think that means something different.
I don't know if you like to run around in loincloth, got your tail hanging out. I mean, you're my. we can hang. Meet me in and out. All right, kissies. He's busy prepping 3 movies.
Well, okay. Good news is I think the Japanese stuff has won over. Cowboy is a term used to describe a male fictional character with a feline characteristic such as ears or tail on a human body, usually in Japanese fiction, and it shows like a Japanese boy as a cat in a maid outfit.
Yes.
All right, well, that's fun.
Gonna be Azatru and me in Fortnite later this year. Can't wait.
All right, Catboy, used to describe a gentleman that on a night out attracts a lady or ladies only to bring them back home and lose interest.
It's definitely Azatru and me.
Oh, Catboy, a youngish homosexual male who has lived in his mother's trailer for years, has many cats, has dramatic weight swings. Okay, you know what? Catboy,
that's one of us, and I'm a dog guy, so you figure that one out. I'll let you do the math.
Yeah. But anyways, Santa's kryptonite is Darth Plagueis. And there we go. And mine is Phil Collins, as we've explored today.
Mine are brown sugar Pop-Tarts.
You know, I love David Bowie a lot, and like I read like a lot of like just David Bowie interviews at times. Sometimes just like a little thing I do.
I know I like brown sugar Pop-Tarts. Okay, strawberry Pop-Tarts. Sorry, I hate strawberry Pop-Tarts.
There was this one interview where David Bowie apologized for his Phil Collins era, and I was like, I accept. But also, when you listen to David Bowie's Phil Collins era, then listen to Phil Collins, and you see Phil Collins is complete shit. Complete shit. Is all production. Jonesy says, channel member, friend, ally, friend of Captain Solo. Ex-goth girls usually fuck really well. Never tried it myself, but the rumors are going around. I'm a fan.
You know what?
Jonesy,
you should try Catboy sometime. You're gonna find yourself very surprised. I'm telling you.
There you go.
Just telling you, give it a shot.
Yeah.
All right. They're like bioluminescent forests or black lights. Either way, whatever you got.
Yeah, I to build on Josie's comment without getting myself in too much trouble.
Oh, you're already in trouble for continuing this guy. I was trying to save you.
Yeah, no, he's a channel member. That's the perk of being a channel member here.
Trying to save you.
I don't go after the people like, hey, come on, pay us. But you're a channel member. I have to engage, and it's just this is the way it is. This is the social contract of YouTube.
Why you dig a hole for another video? You gotta exonerate yourself. Hold on.
No, I think people who generally break social norms in a public outward expressive way, such as goth girls, are probably not going to be inhibited by nonsense. Does that make sense? Is that a good answer? That's how I feel about it.
I don't know, man. I dated some church girls, and they too are. You know what, man? Like Jason. At the end of the day,
but no, if you're dating, see when it's a church girl and the church girl's getting down, oh, that's just a horny ass lady right there, who is like literally willing to go to hell. She's so horny, so of course it's gonna be fun. I'm making sense to myself right now. I'm making sense to myself right now.
You guys,
you brought it up. It was your idea.
I didn't bring it up. It was Jones's idea.
You said horny church girls.
I said cat boys. I said cat boy.
But you mentioned. Did I just bring out?
But I was trying to not paint all. Like I've met plenty of goth girls who are, not into, farting around and shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, if they want to, they're gonna have a good time. Gotta know how to rock. But anyways. On not like the Olivies. I'm sorry, but I think her stage show is good. And I think that is bullshit. I don't know what they're talking about. She plays guitar.
I'm more of a Samantha Fox guy, I think, than a Tiffany.
Right? Nobody remembers Samantha Fox at this point.
Unfortunately, I do. She's been on
in
a lot
my
of
dream
reality shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, not nice. Hey, did you see Cindy Crawford today, Bestman? Did you see?
Well,
you want to know who she was?
You sent me?
She's out there. That's Cindy Crawford. She's still going.
I know Cindy Crawford from Family Guy.
Oh yeah? Well, what's her deal on Family Guy?
Peter has a cutout of her, I think, at one point.
Right.
Think that's where I know her from, and then like falls in love with the cutout.
That seems fair.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That was most of us.
Yeah. I used to have this wait, hold on, let me see if it'll let me open it. Yeah. It's on Amazon for $25. I used to have this this Cindy Crawford poster in my room when I was probably is it gonna what is this fucking browser
Close
doing
up
right
of the
now?
mall. I'm gonna say close up of the mall.
Yeah. I used to have that one. That's the poster I had from Sam Goody. I had some Sam Goody gift card credit after Christmas one
Goody
year.
got it.
And Goody got it.
Colin Llewellyn says Cindy Crawford's daughter showing up in Bottoms being hot as hell. We watched Bottoms.
Oh, Cindy. Oh yeah, love Bottoms. Bottoms is a great comedy.
Yeah.
So that's Cindy Crawford's daughter. Which one is she?
I'm assuming it's going to be
Bottom.
the brown-haired like chick,
Is she
right?
is she the like hot cheerleader who like you wouldn't think would be there but is tired of being like assaulted? Is that who she would be? Anyways. Yeah.
I didn't see the movie, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. You should. It's definitely worth watching. It's pretty funny. I'd say it's a modern equivalent of Superbad, and it's
now Amazon has ads, so I'll have to find it somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm not paying Amazon to get out of ads.
Yeah, just I don't know. I mean, but do you have Prime or do you not have Prime?
I do, but you still have to pay to get rid of ads.
Yeah, but I mean, just watch it with the ads. I mean, it's
no,
I
can't watch. I can't watch things with ads.
Then up your subscription.
No, I can't do that.
You were telling us like we were being cheap and not paying $20 for YouTube Premium like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you
need to pay $3 more.
You called this broke ass bitch.
I don't like Amazon's quality on their movies anyway. Like I don't.
You said you're a broke ass bitch and you'll never get a super chat. Is what you said.
And I gave you like $5.
You did actually.
You received money for that? You received money for this abuse?
Well, he's a channel member, so I get the $5.
I'm one of the first channel members, if not the first. I mean, I'm right up there.
Wow.
I got beat by one other person.
Oh, yeah, I know who she is. Yeah, Kaya Gerber. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's who I thought she was. Okay. Oh yeah, I can kind of see it now. Now that we.
He's just fucking with you. She's not actually Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Yeah. I mean, she's with Cindy Crawford right here. Look, she's like, that's my mom.
Maybe they just hang out.
You know who she's like dating, Jason?
Not me.
Austin Butler.
Oh man, Austin Butler. He's
I was gonna say Ellen DeGeneres. Do you think she like had to? I mean, what happens when he starts dating? Did he date her before the Elvis accent or after? Like,
Jason.
What happens when you date an actor who keeps the accent? Like,
Jason, do you want to know who else she's fucked?
Who?
Pete Davidson.
Fucking Pete Davidson. Come on.
Pete Davidson. Yeah. I knew she was familiar. Yeah.
There was a point when I was on Pete Davidson's side where I was like, but he's gone too far.
He's liberal Scott Baio, Jason.
He's abusing it. He's abusing it now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or I'm
always a bummer to me when I'd be like, Melissa Milano's dating Scott Baio. Tori Spelling's dating Scott Baio, you know, the mom from Growing Pains is dating Scott Baio. The guy just goes through everything.
She has a type though, because she dated both of the Elvis actors, Austin Butler and Jacob Eldery.
Yeah, well, it's like, oh, I have a type. What type is that? Oh, hot ass dudes. Okay.
Pete Davidson does not qualify.
He does. He shouldn't, but he does.
He's not, is he?
He's not one of us. He's not one of us.
He's closer to us than he is.
He left us
Austin
behind.
Butler.
He left us behind.
He's closer to us than he's Austin Butler. No, financially.
He never looked back.
To be fair, if I could, I'd leave you all behind too. You know.
Yeah. But, yeah. I do think though the other chick from Bottoms, I think she could be the Pete Davidson of ladies because
Rachel Sennett.
Yeah, that chick is just insanely hot, and she shouldn't be, but she is. It works. Like everything, even she doesn't look great in Bottoms because she's not supposed to. She's supposed to be kind of like frumpy in that thing. But like Shiva Baby, what was the other one? The fucking Weekend one,
The Idol.
The Idol with Tedros.
Tedros.
Yeah. I do like in that one though when they make fun of her all the time. It is pretty funny when it's pretty good.
I like when she's trying to explain the description of Tedros, and the guy's like, "You can say if he's black," and she just like won't say like the color
She doesn't know how to
skin.
say dark skinned or she just struggles with it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty. I think that show got an unfair shake.
I think so. It's just people hated on it for the nudity.
Yeah,
but the actual criticisms
That's
of
the
the show,
Snyder liked.
Snyder does like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Snyder's
that's more.
again one of us.
one of
So
us.
Wasn't Lily Rose in it?
yep.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in it. Never gonna forget it.
Never saw it. I just remember the controversy on Snyder.
Yeah, it was overblown because all of the actresses in it was in support of it all, and yeah, and like is it Jane Addams? Is that her name? Who was like one of the label reps in that show? So what the actress's name was?
Yeah,
she was like,
Star
yeah,
Wars Make says who is the third voice? Jacob, Ron, and that is Dantooine Dan. Dantooine.
Why are you Jacob?
Dantooine Bulletin. No, she likes to mess up our names and the thing. So I'm Jacob. Rob is Ron.
Soga King.
Yeah.
Soga King. That's what I am.
Scotch.
Scotch.
Do you have a dog named Baxter?
Yeah, me too. My dog's name was Buddy Baxter Grumplestein. He had 3 names. Anyways, did we do it? I think we did it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we did it.
So Jason, how long before you start getting chased down by security guys in golf carts or segways?
They mostly just stop me at a thing and are like, "What do you know what you're doing?" And I'm like, "I know what you're doing."
Like, didn't they come for you in a car?
Well, what they did was I was coming down the parking structure, and I'm about to take the ticket, put the ticket in, so the little thing goes up, bloop, and I could leave. And they fucking went in like fucking probably 30 miles an hour in the parking lot, fucking right in front of me. And I think they either were just completely stupid, which is very possible, like really, really possible. You're sitting in a parking garage all day being a fucking idiot. Well, you're probably going to become stupid, right? But the other thing is, I think that it was a really, really shitty car. And I almost think that they were like, yeah, hit us. Like, I almost think that they wanted me to hit the shit car. When I say shit car, I'm talking like a 97 Dodge Neon with like paint fucking, it was a piece of shit. It was like, I'm surprised the car ran. So
do you think they've forgotten about all this with you, or do you think right now there's guys in a room with a Jason Ward plan, a war plan, like the Ward room,
I think somebody from my conspiracy theory is somebody from Disney or Lucasfilm, the production, went over there, probably paid them off to help keep us, for people from seeing down there. And then I think that they could just go on my Facebook page. They knew Lucasfilm knows who I am, and they could just be like, "This is the guy."
There's other things you can do. You can ride the train. You can ride the train and look down into the set. Like I had a guy.
It's not. Yeah, I've done it. It's not that good though.
It's not that good, but like if you can't get into the parking structure, there's other ways to see it.
Yeah. It's but I mean,
you could get Ewan McGregor to give you a lift. You always run into him.
Yeah,
right?
in his old timey car, just jump in the back, maybe. Like it'd be like a fucking Little Rascals episode. Me in that old car with a dog, with the black eye. So, but yeah, who knows though? I haven't been there in quite a while because I mean, how long has it been since they?
Is there any reason why he was specifying Disney Star Wars and thanking Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, well, it's because I think Meg likes to pander to the fandom menace people a little bit. I think she likes to like ride that line, like I'm a lady of the people.
I don't think of it. I just think
Caravan of Courage was the serious Star Wars. You know what I mean? That was the real shit right there. Like, yeah, they kept it real.
Big says Disney Star Wars saved us with Rocks as Jedi. Yeah, I mean, no, but it is. I mean, it is one of those things where like you see people using that like it's a coded language, like Disney Star Wars. It says like there was George Lucas Star Wars, and then there's Disney Star Wars, and there's a difference. But I was here during the George Lucas Star Wars, and the same people that are usually using Disney Star Wars fucking hated George Lucas's Star Wars. And then the culture warrior people like to use that to use the code of language, act like they're part of this other thing. Like one of the most vile pieces of shit in the whole thing will be like, actually Ahsoka's my favorite character, so. And it's like, it's not.
Let's go dig up their tweets from 2008.
It's not. It's
let's go dig up the tweets, Jason. Opening weekend. Let's go dig that shit up, because I'm willing to bet you it wasn't the fucking case.
Yeah.
Nobody came out of that movie going, "That's my favorite character." There wasn't anybody.
No. I was
and
like,
my friends went to that fucking premiere with Filoni, and people didn't come out there going, "That's the character." Like, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't.
Yeah, well, you got to be real about it though, Rob. Most people didn't go see the movie. Most people were mad that Anakin had an apprentice and that they saw movies, and that they saw movies and the prequels, and she wasn't there. Therefore, this was retconning dog shit, and they were angry at it. They couldn't see how it was an opportunity to actually like improve the whole thing, which is what it was, and actually what happened. I would say that Ahsoka and the Clone Wars actually made the prequels better in totality, and it was a worthwhile project for them in the big picture. So, but anyways, they were really mad about it, and then when we got to the Force Awakens time coming up, all of the people that hated Star Wars for the previous decade and most of my life and were never really fans all had to pretend like they were these big fans, because we were talking the other day, Bespin, about like industry plants, like this person's in that person, that kind of stuff. In music, it's like a real big thing. For some reason in films, we just don't care. But like Entertainment Tonight, fucking, can you get any more industry plant than Entertainment Tonight on that stuff? Like those things, they're all in bed with the corporation because they need the access to get the money. Well, you know what I mean, though. I mean, and I'm just pulling Entertainment Tonight out of my ass. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, though. But it's like you'll see that those kind of outlets go and then pretend that, oh, we got a real nerd here, you guys. And it's just like when what do you call it? Red Letter Media does the Nerd Crew thing. It's so fucking on. But you see that actually permeate into the corporate side of that shit. It's all fake. So it's like everybody fighting a culture war about Star Wars doesn't even care about Star Wars in the first place. They just care about the culture war. That's why they're actually here. You don't see those people like debating about the fucking merits of what Ahsoka did in the last episode of the show. It's their favorite character though, right? But they don't see it. And then same thing with just like the rest of the basic like Hollywood industry. They all have to like have this like nerd cred thing, but then it ends up going into a stupid place. Like when the actor who played Sabine in the cartoon was at Comic-Con one year, she was just like, I don't really know that much about Star Wars, to be honest. People were fucking livid. And it's just like Peter Cushing, all those guys, they all didn't know. So then that right there though sends like a message, like you got to have these fake credentials and stuff like that. But it's like, at one hand, that's ridiculous to expect out of her. On the other hand, though, if you're going to be a correspondent on Star Wars, yeah, you should know what you're fucking talking about. Like if you're on the news to talk about economics, you should fucking know what you're talking about with economics. And the same thing goes with this stupid shit, I mean, this is stupid. Star Wars is stupid,
I watched The Godfather. And it turns out that the Pacino done not all the families and the gangsters in New York's and shit, So like, you can't play a gangster if you ain't out there actually murdering people, Jason. All right,
Right.
you gotta whack a few to get shoot some dogs like Shia. Like,
but if you're going to be commenting on gangster films or crime, you should know what you're talking about. And like that's where we
especially
find
the guy
ourselves
writing the book,
with all of this stuff. Yeah. But that's what that's why I'm picking on Meg though. I just see that coded language, and like I see the code. I know like what the code is, and but it's weird because, and sorry Meg, I don't mean to pick on you. In reality, I'm not trying to pick on you on this thing, but it's like we hear their stupid language used so much that we in turn sometimes start using it, or we use it ironically. But when you start using things ironically, eventually you start using it like for real.
Why don't quote the stupid, Trumpisms and all that shit?
Yeah.
Fucking womp womps and the nothing, all that nothing, all that bullshit.
Whenever I hear womp womp, I just think of that big boss in Mario 64 at the wall that falls on you.
Yep.
It doesn't work for me. They go womp womp, and I go like, I can fight it. I can beat it. I can take it down. It has that little X on its back. You just fucking kick that shit, take it down. But
that was on Mario 64.
But stomp it.
Mario
yeah,
World.
That's what I said. Mario 64. Did I say Mario World?
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
No, I don't, because they're in Mario World, but they go straight down. They're in Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Mario 64, like the good one. Butt down. All right. Anyways, Meg says I own 8 Disney is my life Jedi Sabine shirts. Thank you for changing her beyond recognition, Dave. I don't know. See, on that one right there, like she's in a different part in her life entirely in that moment of the show. It's,
I don't know, man. Later. There's a part of her that's like 14 when she's sitting home with her cats and her arts and crafts. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like dodging daddy, like and then, like she's a grown woman. I don't fucking, that's a weird character in that show, dude. There's just, I don't know, man. That show brought to light the problems of animation to live action, in the same way that I don't like animated series when they're made in the live action series. They don't translate as well. Things are done for animation that work great in animation and not vice versa.
Yeah.
And he didn't really give that a tangible rethink. That character's not doing anything human. That character's doing things a cartoon character would do because it needs to fulfill an episode. And you can give that a pass as when it's the real Ghostbusters the cartoon. But if you took those real Ghostbusters the cartoon scripts and just shot on live action, it wouldn't work. There has to be a translation, like some kind of grounding.
Well, the thing that I think is usually overlooked in it though is that for her character, she did The Hobbit, or sorry, the Lord of the Rings. And then she's in the aftermath of that. She's in post-war life. Sabine. She's in like post-war life, and then also like we also missed some things. There's some things that weren't that what I mean.
A lot of wannabe Lord of the Rings bits in that I don't actually use any of the stuff.
That's Dave Filoni in totality.
I know,
yes,
I know. Yeah. I've complained about this many times.
Yeah,
he just takes things, but doesn't take the point of it.
Yeah, it doesn't earn the payoff about what that is, and that's both a strength and a weakness of Star Wars. Is you just start in the middle of the story, and you do that, and then you go, and then you're like, yeah, let's go with it, and then sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but at the same time, I think the Rebels performance of those Ezra. Ezra is more palatable in the live action show, whereas in the cartoon, if that guy was in the show, it would be the worst fucking thing ever brought.
I wasn't feeling it much in the show either, but I'll take your word for it.
If you watch Star Wars Rebels, you won't make it. We'll
I know. I tried watching the first episode and I quit.
Yeah. That's good. That's when it's good.
hey, Best, remember we were talking Friday and I was saying how like kids don't watch Bad Batch, they watch Demon Slayer. Guess what the highest grossing film on Friday was?
I know, surprise, right?
Yeah, you think if Bad Batch came to the movie theaters, it'd be the highest grossing film that day? I don't think
No, it'd be a disaster.
Yes.
Baymax channel member says Sabine was interesting as a crap Jedi. Being able to force their Ezra across a huge distance was a total eye roll. That's always the weird thing I've noticed with the Force and like the Jedi stuff is like, how do you go and then have these people have this mystical thing where if they just open up in the right way, they can access it and it will grant them the power to defeat evil, right? That's essentially what it is. And then they always have to start from nothing and then become grand. But it's always in the process of the becoming grand that a part of the audience, almost no matter what, turns on it. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Like, it didn't really happen with Luke Skywalker. But then everybody else, it did.
It was a complaint in '83 from my nerd uncles that we didn't get to see him train.
They were the most negative guys ever. The people
They're
weren't
pre-internet,
as negative
dude.
as your
They're
uncles
the
back.
proto-internet, really.
No, but I'm saying like I don't know. My experience with pre-internet stuff was it was cool. I liked it. People just talked about what they liked and they just moved on. They didn't really like hang out like clerks and fucking mad about it. Like,
yeah, my uncles were proto clerks. Like,
yeah. Like that's a thing. Like, I didn't really experience that until the Clerks time, until like '94.
I think, look, it worked well for the '80s, but Lucas promised we were going to learn how people became Jedi and all that stuff. And then with the prequels, he specifically said that, and we didn't get that shit either. And then
we
they're
did.
like, well, they
went and found this boy. They
like,
tested his midi-chlorians. They took him and showed him a cup. They showed him a speeder.
I know. Yeah,
they rejected him. They let him in. They fucked with his head a little bit.
Yeah.
Put him in a ship. See what he did.
Turns out he was the Pete Davidson of the Jedi Knights.
He did get one of the hottest space chicks in the galaxy. I mean, all the handmaidens were there. He picked one, and that's the one he got.
Yeah, so. Yaddle. I thought he got Yaddle.
You don't think you fucking banged Yaddle and that's how we get Grogu, do you?
I do. That's my theory.
That's a good theory.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, if you would get married that quick, like, you've already lived a life, right? I mean, you're at that point, you're like, I'll get married. Like, I've lived. So how did you?
I think it happened. You've lived absolutely no life.
And I'm gonna be honest. I think I think Yaddle's gonna get a little Me Too because I think it happened earlier than Attack of the Clones.
Really? I mean, I'm of the opinion that Plo Koon is watching VR porn on that thing, that headset that he has on his face.
Yeah. But it's droid porn.
If you think
him and Lando like to trade droid porn, dude.
Yeah,
that's what Plo Koon did during the Dark Times. He didn't actually die. He retired somewhere and became a droid porn merchant. Right?
All right, we did it.
That's how Lando made his first fortune.
I need to go and talk to the Olivies about not coming after us, and maybe defending us against the Swifties, because we laughed at them crying. So yeah, I think this is gonna devolve into a weird civil war full of tears. But Bespin?
They're going to take a number. There's like 8 other civil wars waiting to go.
That's fair. Galactic civil wars, all kinds of civil wars. All right. Well, Bespin, good job on the providing us with 2 articles to use today for the show.
Bespin. Actually doing the research on the tax stuff, like some of the articles that are there was bad.
Yeah, they'll completely ignore you and go right to the budget. But
oh no, I 100% know I'm gonna get completely ignored. Like, I'm gonna make 3-4 pence today. You know, be broke as shit. You know, live life, play Fortnite, and yeah, that's it.
Actually, do you want a turtle van? Bespin?
I don't like the song. I like the van. I don't like the song.
They should give you the option to turn the sound on the carts, don't you think, Jason?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, but I do like the van, so I tolerate the song.
Yeah. If you want to support the work, go to Coffee. If you're not, don't worry about it. All good. Support Jason on this. Send him super chats. Become channel member. Go on his Patreon, and just be kind to Rob in the comments, because people are gonna be assholes to him. So be nice.
Yeah.
Now you know they're gonna be mean. What are you doing?
Yeah, everybody, be nice to Rob.
No. I don't trust compliments. Jason.
Okay. So it's gotta be the other way. Don't send me money on Coffee and support the work. Don't become a channel member, and don't subscribe to Jason's Patreon.
Yeah, unsubscribe to the channel right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Hold on.
100%.
Well, I'm deleting all the videos in the archive right now, Jason. So.
Unless. All right. Well, anyways, good job, Bestman, says Rick Jones. He gave you a high five. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow if there's
I'll be
any...
able to buy some quality McDonald's out of that high five.
Ooh, McDonald's sounds good.
I'm joking.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I can't buy McDonald's. I got bills to pay, mate.
Rob sucks big titles.
That isn't. Oh, it does say titles. Yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I draw them sometimes.
You do. I think you drew the big title for this featured image today for the man.
I like when people go, I don't think it's dumb. I like the other one. I'm like, well, you're getting the other one, fuckface. I'm not taking anything away from you.
I posted yours onto the Making Star Wars Facebook or Instagram, and I was like, I think Rob's is better. And there's one person that's just like, I like the original one better. I was like,
you're getting the original one, dumbass.
But I mean, I'm like, but that, I don't know. To me, that just stunk of like brand loyalty. You know what I mean? Like in the stupidest way. When I know you can say it's not objective, but yours is objectively better.
Well, here's what's going to be really funny, Jason. When they
really
release when they release a logo that's suspiciously like the one I just posted, because I'm going to tell you. It's happened to me many times in the past.
Yeah.
And I suspect it will happen more in the future, you know? But if we get a decent logo out of it, I am fine, because this one right now where it's just bronze letters, right side paragraph nonsense.
It was green, wasn't it green? It was green and lopsided.
Yellowish.
The lopsided green monstrosity. Before we go, one last thing. Chris Spreezy says predictions for when we will get the Acolyte trailer. I say 2 months before.
I say March.
Phantom Menace.
That's a month before. Yeah.
That's probably.
I think you'll get stuff.
There will be something there. There probably will be something there. Yeah.
I think you get it next
month.
month.
Phantom Menace. I'm saying they're gonna.
You think they're gonna wait until the very last?
No, minute? But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I think it'll drop on a fucking Tuesday randomly.
Okay, but you don't get to say when it's on the Phantom Menace. I said this because we all said that. No, you don't. No, we have taken it. We've taken it from now. If it premieres there first, you did say that. I say there will be something there.
No, it won't be first. It'll just be attached to it. Yeah. They're not clever enough for that.
Well, anymore. with Andor, we already had the trailers, and then they put like a 7-minute clip and interview TV spot kind of
and
clip, and it was Andor in that room with Skarsgård, and then it was just like Tony Gilroy being like, this is this was a monumental task for me, that kind of stuff. So,
and they know no one's really gonna go see the Phantom Menace. So all these people who go, oh, prequel's my thing, I love it, they ain't gonna go see it. So
what's this March 13th shit? Like, there's this guy like who fucking weeks has been like trying to DM me on like Instagram and being like, no, you're wrong about the release date for the Acolyte, man. And it's like, it's not gonna be summer, it's gonna be May 4th. And the trailer's gonna come out March 13th. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Nothing is ever gonna get released on May 4th. All right. Like have you not learned your lesson? It's been 20 years of this shit.
But it's just like the same thing happening over and over again. And I'm wondering if like it's Chris Breezy, this other Instagram account, because he has like fucking 18 of them anyway. Like,
Breezy troll you, dude? That's funny.
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe he has all these other Instagram accounts that I don't even know about.
Clever. I don't think he'd do that.
Just like Chris saying March 18th. I don't know, man. I just think it's March.
He's all, don't get angry at me, Bestman.
Yeah. Bestman just doesn't like Spreezy because Spreezy has hair. And
what the fuck? I have hair.
Well,
what the fuck? No, I sent Jason a picture of my hair like the other week. Like actually.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
facial hair doesn't count, buddy.
I have facial hair on top of my head.
All right. It was a little bit.
Sure.
No, it's not a little bit. You told me it's quite a lot there.
That was just be nice.
No.
Not as much as Spreezy though, right, Jason?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fucking. But hey, Spreezy, tell your cousin I said hi. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow if there's a good reason to be. I want to be back tomorrow. If there's any news, we will. And if anybody has any topics that they want us to cover on a day when there is no news, convince me to do a show. Leave a comment and tell me what we should do, what we should use for topics, and one's cool. I'll definitely just do it because it'll be fun.
Gary Kurtz.
Oh God.
It's always good. We're always good for a Kurtz, you know.
Oh, talk about butts. I can do that. I can talk about butts. I mean, there's a whole show about it. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Thanks again.
About it. We had a song about it.
All right, she was singing a song about butt cheeks the other day. It was like cheek, 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 butt cheek, 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 cheek. I was like, it's pretty good. All right, everybody. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Another day with butt so nice, right? Butt so nice. Butt.
Jason is here.